Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're comfortable. I hope you've got a cup of tea or a tipple, depending on what time you are watching it. It better not be the morning with a tipple. Anyway, now today's content is going to be more on the XR3i, a little bit on the XR2. And if you follow me on social media, you will already know that we have an extra beauty with us at the moment. Check it out. 1985 Series 1 RS Turbo, which I've had the pleasure of MOT testing. It flew through the MOT, which I knew it would do. It's beautiful and pretty much as standard as you get for one of these of this year. But I'm going to show you more about that later. Cup of tea. Sorry, if I don't drink while I'm doing, I never get a drink. The winner of the spanner set. Do you remember the last giveaway? All the entries are in the Lucas Oil bucket. I will choose a winner within today's content. And the next giveaway prize, which again, the new giveaway will start today, is this Michelin Jump Starter and Wireless Power Bank, which is awesome for this time of year. Obviously, keep one of these in your car or win one from Autolast. Just enter the competition. Now, while I'm talking about it, I'm just going to show you this because it's here and I'll remember it. So I just want to show you this. So classic car owners, colleagues, friends, followers, a few of you, you've got in touch and you've asked, what do I do when I store Betty? Well, she's already being stored because it started to rain. So she comes in and she has a blanket over her. And I know a lot of other people they've already done that. If you haven't done that and you're going to do that, please consider purchasing this. So this is what I put in Betty. Lucas Oil Fuel Stabilizer, and it works, guys. Now, just zoom in here. Prevents fuel degradation during storage. And that is exactly what it does. So if you've put your classic car away or you're going to put your classic car away, put some of this in your fuel. And then springtime comes, you don't need to concern yourself. And that first start that you've got, this is also maintenance because it will lubricate your fuel components as well. So if you love your classic car as much as I love my Betty, then please, think about putting this in. Now, I am going to do a winter video shortly. I'll be filming that soon. And it's tips basically for your classic cars and modern cars. I'm going to do two tips for winter. Maintenance, things you can do at home, which is what we're trying to promote, help you to save a bit of money and, save the skills. So yeah, stay tuned for that. The link for the stabilizer I will put in the description at the bottom of the video. So let's get cracking with the XR3i. So back with the XR3i, last video we was discussing the wheels. Customer wanted the OE wheels putting on and the motorsport wheels taken off. Now then, I've been busy. I've had meetings, I've been at shows, you've probably seen that on social media, and the guys have taken over this job for me, which is wonderful. However, I've not been able to film it. So what I'm going to do today is show you the basics. Now the good news is for the customer, my team have managed to get the studs out. So we were going to replace the hubs and the bearings. We did try one of the studs and it weren't budging, which is why I expected we was going to have to go down that route. Anyway, the guys have used an induction heater. I'm going to put a link again in the description to the tool that we used. I can't show it you today, guys, because the guys have already used it, but I will show you that in future content. So they've managed to do it. Now, I've put some of the studs back in. They're obviously been cracked off and they've tapped and died, the new ones. All that's been done, but I can still show you the process if you're in this situation. So basically, we'll get the wheel off to start with. So wheel obviously is still on. And then I can show you how to get the studs out. Okay. Now then, so you can see that the studs, they are back in, guys, but like I said, they've been cracked. They have been used with the induction heater. So I'm just going to show you what tool to use in this instance. You may need to use a bit of heat yourself. Try not to use direct heat, so plant, for instance, because you could damage the bearing. If you have got access to an induction heater, that's the kind of thing that you want to use. I just need to get my stud extractor tool, which is in here. Right, so you can get different kits. This one is just one we've had for a while. They come as a set, basically. Okay, so in this instance, now to use this, so they have bevels inside. Yeah, so as you put that on the stud, which I'll show you now. Okay, we are going off. So to get it to start, put it over your stud, hold the socket tight. So, because basically it needs to grip. Once it's gripped, you can see there, I don't need to hold it anymore. Now, what I also need to just tell you is, I've got a pedal pusher on at the moment, keeping the brake depressed to keep the wheel still. Obviously, I'll be chasing it round and round forever, otherwise. Just until it becomes really loose. There you go. That's how you do it, basically. And you can see inside there that it's gripped. And it's the same process, really. Just change the direction, and then that will then allow you to get that out. Now, as I've said earlier, guys, they've had these off. If, for instance, that the thread now, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, them are the wheel bolts that customer wants fitting to accommodate the OE wheels. Now, always try just to wind in first by hand. And as you can see, that's going in with ease. You would actually, as well, just put a bit of lubrication on them threads. In this instance, as I've said, we have the tap and die set. It's already been out. It's already been done. If it is that you're struggling putting that in by hand, a tap and die set, you need to pick a tap that will match the thread on the fixing that it is that you're using, and basically wind it in to clean that thread up. Keep trying it until you can do that with ease, so you know the threads are in good condition. So that's what, I'm not going to bore you by doing all this, but that is basically how you do this job. Right, so if you heard a massive squeal, probably as far as Devon, it was me. So I've just picked the wheel up to put on this side that we were just doing, and it looks like this monster, and I mean monster, that doesn't do it justice, does it? These are legs, look at that. Oh my God. Now, poor spider, bless it, must have been stuck in that wheel, and it has died, but when it fell out, I didn't know it was dead. So, yeah, I didn't know I could do river dance, but Michael Flatley, I'm good on my feet. So that was massive. I still can't get my breath back. Right, anyway, so the wheel's on. It looks awesome. I do like the other wheels, but yeah, he's made the right choice. I do prefer these wheels. Now then, there's no centre caps with these wheels, and they are so difficult to source. So what we've said to customer is, there are some, but they're not in great condition. So he's going to keep looking for the OE ones. What we're trying to do in the meantime is, we have, some of you may know in the other workshop, we have a 3D printer. So we're trying to design, basically. So we've got the measurements, etc., and that's what we first started with. Then we've progressed to this. Then we've managed to overlay the Ford symbol, logo on there. So we're just playing about at the moment. You know, when we get it right, we'll paint them the right colour, etc., just so he's got some in the meantime until he finds the correct OE ones. So where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah? That's what you've got to remember. So I don't know if you agree. I prefer these wheels. These wheels, I don't know what he's doing with them, if you're interested. let me know. I'll ask him if he's selling them. You never know. Now, the next job, I think I mentioned to you last time, was rocker cover is quite obviously the wrong colour. Customer wants it back to the silver, what it should be. I said about the overspray. We have started to see if that's coming off. And it is, thankfully. It just needs a bit of time, love and patience. They will definitely clean up. So I am going to remove the rocker cover. I am going to take it to our blasting cabinet, get all this paint off, get a bare surface to start with again, prep it, paint it. We've got a new rocker cover gasket, which I'll probably have to film in another video because the paint has to go off. But that is the next job for the XR3i. Okay, so I'm going to time lapse this next bit, but I'm just going to quickly show you what I'm going to be doing so it makes sense as I'm doing it. So rocker cover gasket, to get that off, basically you've got these 10mm bolts. These are shaped washers. These will come off with it. Don't forget to disconnect your breathers. So hose clips, there's 3, 1, 2 and 3, what you need to take off. So that's what I'm going to do. I will time lapse it, guys, so I don't bore you to death, but that's what we're going to be doing. All the fixings are out now. If you have got a magnetic dish or tray, I highly recommend that you use one. It only takes one rogue fixing to fall in there and your day is ruined. Right, so all the fixings are out now. So rocker cover just comes off. So up and across, guys, because of the timing cover. Okay, let's have a look. That's good, quite good condition there, isn't it? Mind you, it's not done much miles. Right, so, yeah, I thought as much. So actually, although it doesn't look in bad condition, this gasket, the old cork gaskets, they go quite hard. So that probably wouldn't have been long, actually. I can't even make an indentation with my nail. That wouldn't have been long before that would start leaking. So I'll just put that to one side. Now then, what I do want to just mention is these. So these are by Sykes Pickavant Flow Stop. Basically, it's what it says. Universal Flow Stop Kit, heavy duty. Now, how I'm going to explain how to use these, because this isn't really a good example. If I was taking this header tank off, for instance, when I take this hose off, obviously there is going to be coolant. You would put one of these in there to stop that flow. Now, some of the people in the trade will call these a different thing, but I'm going to try and behave, and because there might be children watching, but these are fantastic anyway. So, like I've said, that's the kind of thing you would use these for, but for me, this rocker cover is going to be off for quite a while. It needs to be prepped, it needs to be painted, the paint needs to go off, blah, blah, blah. New gasket. So these hoses are exposed. So I'm just going to basically make sure that nothing can get into that system by putting one of these in these holes. I did try my hardest to be clean while using these, but in the trade, now I'm going to need a bigger one for that, I think. Do you think? The trade guys are going to be laughing their head off at this. I know they are. Yeah, see, that's the woman's choice. So there you go. That's what they're used for. Then we're going to cover all this up, guys. We don't want anything getting in there, quite obviously. So we'll do that now. Rocker cover. I'm going to take to the blasting cabinet. I'm going to blast it. I'm going to prep it. If I can paint it today, I will do. If not, that'll be in the next video. This is the blasting cabinet. The rocker cover is already inside, waiting to be attacked. Now then, this was the most suitable cabinet for us. We purchased this from Frost Equipment. It's a fantastic piece of kit. We're just running a general media at the moment because it's going to be suitable for what we're doing today, but they do all different types of media. So I'm going to crack on with this now. I'm going to time lapse it, guys. 2 reasons. It's going to take a while. Secondly, once the compressor kicks in, it's going to be a bit noisy. So come and join me. So this is what I meant about it being noisy with the compressor going, and obviously it's going. I'm on the last bit now. It's looking great. It's difficult to see. It's a bit cloudy now through the screen. And I think I'm actually fused in this position as well, which isn't great. I think I might end up looking like a inflatable human friend. This stance is not good. Right, I'm pretty happy with disconnect that a second. Right. Oh. Let's see if we've missed any. Actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, there's a bit there and there's different primer. But that, you can see what a fantastic job it does. That's given us a fantastic base. So we'll clean that, we'll prep it, and we'll paint it. That's not going to happen today because my back is in bits now. And I need to get a bit done on the XR2. So that'll be in the next video. And I may even speak nicely to Darren and Jake and see if they want to have a dabble. XR2 time. So you probably remember last time, corrosion here, a little bit on the other side. We're going to do that as well. So we pretty much knew what needed doing. It's going to have to be cut out, obviously, a new panel or new piece, should I say, fabricated and then welded in, treated, prepped and painted. That's what we're doing. So I've had a bit of a poke about. I have made it a little bit worse, but you have to do that with these things. Having a feel underneath, I'll just show you, I hope you can see. So you can see my fingers there. Actually, this is a good time to mention, Stuart Tooley has chosen my nail colour for this video. So this is now Tooley pink. So thank you, Stuart. It's growing on me. Right. So underneath here, where my fingers are there, if you can hear that, that is the tower there for the strut. That's actually quite solid. I think we can get away with that. So we've been wondering how to tackle this best. And magically, the Sykes Picker van came round. And yeah, we've got a few tools that possibly could have done it. But with it being such a tight space, we was wondering how to go about it. And then the van came. And then they showed us this new tool. Check that out. That is the smallest disc cutter I've ever seen. So I've never used this before. I've got a feeling it's going to be awesome, and it's a perfect size for me and my youth-sized hands. But yeah, looking at it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that in there really, really easily. Now, it's not as straightforward as we first thought. Basically, there is a join there. It's going to go into the inner wing as well, and we want to save this where the, for the tower as well. So what I'm going to do today is cut it out, and then I can get together with the guys and we can formulate a plan, because the fabrication isn't going to be as straightforward as what I first expected. So that's what we're going to do. Now, before I'm going to time lapse it, and this is the reason why. Just bear with me a second. Get my airline. As wonderful as I am expecting this to be, and my fitting is being dodgy again. It's great, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit noisy. Hence why I'm going to time lapse it, guys. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll start cutting the badness out and start prepping for the goodness going in. Right, what you won't have seen then was once the grind, or the disc cutter has got like the majority of it, hammer and chisel, a body chisel. I didn't want to show that because it's an XR2 and you don't want to be seeing an XR2 being hammer and chisel, do you? Let's face it. Right, so it's grown. This job has grown. It always happens. Basically, it's where 3 panels meet, sadly. So not only that, this bit here, so the inner wing, you can see that that's like the strengthening part of it there. That is going to need a repair as well. So that's going to have to be done from, basically it's going to need to go on a ramp. The wheel's going to have to come off. We're going to have to work from underneath and through to do that. Once that's done, we need to then do the outer repair piece here. That, as I mentioned earlier, the strut tower is good. It is strong. That just needs cleaning. That is good material to weld to as well. So in essence, there's actually 2 repairs here, a repair there, and then 1 there. So the job has grown. It happens with corrosion and welding, you know, it's almost a given, but it needs doing. We'll do it, we'll document it, but it's going to be a little bit harder than what I first thought, but we'll do it together, we'll do the journey together. While I'm just thinking about it, if you are grinding, like you saw me doing earlier, near glass, cover it up. Make sure you cover any of the glass up. Yeah, you don't want to be having a broken screen. So that is what we are looking at. I'm going to get my head together with the guys. It's now Sunday evening and my batteries have run out. So we'll carry on this one in the next video. Thank you to everyone for entering this giveaway for the combination spanner set, AF and metric. So for the modern stuff and the older stuff. All your names are in here. Bit of a difference today, guys. I'm going to pick a winner for the spanner set and then I'm going to pick another name. That name will get a free entry to the new giveaway, which is for the Michelin gift that I showed you earlier, which I'll show you again in a second. I'm not looking, I'm not cheating. Are you ready? Right, okay. Let's see. The first name and the winner of the combination spanner set is Sid Madrid. I take it that's your username on YouTube. So if you can contact me, send me a message on any of my social media platforms and we'll arrange delivery of your spanner set. Congratulations, Sid Madrid. The second name, and this name will get a free entry into the next giveaway, is John Scott, also YouTube. I think I might know who that follower is. I think you're on Twitter as well, aren't you? So yes, please, again, get in touch. You will get a new giveaway entry for the Michelin prize. This is the new giveaway prize, as mentioned earlier. Michelin jump starter and wireless power bank. Awesome piece of kit to keep with you over the winter months especially. It will start your car. It will charge any of your USB, so your iPhone, your iPad, etc., etc. Yeah, good thing to have. So if you want to enter, it's exactly the same as last time. Comment the name Autolass, like and share over all of my social media platforms. So that is obviously YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to enter. If you enter on all of the platforms, you will get all of the entries. So good luck, guys, and thanks. Some of you will have seen on my social media that this little beauty came to us for MOT and a little bit of a holiday. Why not? It's like a Ford holiday club here now. Look at it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, an absolute credit to the owner. I have known the owner for many years. I know he's going to be watching this. Yeah, I'll keep it clean. He's the biggest prankster in the world. You don't want to work with him. Right, anyway, wonderful car. Come and have a look round. Pretty much as standard as you can get. Obviously he's done a few upgrades. Why would you not on a car like this? But look at it. Series 1 RS Turbo in the house. It's absolutely stunning. I love this car. If I had room, then I would possibly steal. Beg, steal and borrow. No, I've just not got room for anything else. If I could have everything I wanted, my goodness me. Wow. But isn't it stunning? Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to send the ramp up now and we'll have a look underneath. Underneath this beautiful RS Turbo. Look at that. Wow. Doesn't get much better than that, guys. It's turned some heads while it's been here, I can tell you. Look at that. My goodness me. Wow. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So a few of you have seen on my social media that we've had this car at my workshop, and you've all shown so much interest that I just wanted to show you a proper look round. And isn't this a beautiful example? Wow. He is considering selling this car. Why? I do not know. But he is considering it. If you're interested, let me know. RS Turbo, 1985. A beautiful example. Thank you for bringing it in. You know who you are. So it's bedtime for these wonderful classic Fords, and it's bedtime for me. I am exhausted. But listen, guys, thank you as always for tuning in, for your support. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps to build the channel. It helps for me to keep the content like this coming to you. So, yeah, you're all awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. Stay tuned for more Fords and more classics. See you again soon.